Welcome to this explainer. You know that dream of earning money in your sleep? Sounds amazing, right? But let's be honest. If your bank account is sitting at absolute zero, getting started feels pretty much impossible. Today, pulling from some really comprehensive source material, we're going to break down exactly how you can start generating passive income literally from scratch. We are skipping the heavy financial investments right out of the gate and focusing purely on how you can leverage what you already have to build sustainable cash flow.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We've got reality check, 2, the trade-off, 3, low-cost launches, 4, digital expansion, and finally, 5, future investments. Let's dive right in.
Step 1, reality check. Now, what's actually kind of fascinating is that the IRS formally defines passive income as activities where you aren't materially participating day to day. So it's not just some internet buzzword, it's a literal tax classification. It basically means you're setting up systems, whether that's a financial asset or a digital product, that just run in the background. You don't have to clock in every single morning just to keep the lights on. Let's put active and passive income side by side for a second. With active income, like your career or a typical side hustle, you get paid for ongoing work. You stop working, the cash stops flowing, period. But passive income, you do the heavy lifting up front and then collect payments over time. You build the asset once and it serves you repeatedly. Shifting your mindset from trading hours for dollars to building an asset that earns independently, that is the absolutely crucial takeaway here. But, and this is a massive but, we really need to manage expectations. The source material is super clear on this. If you need quick cash to, say, make rent next week, passive income is absolutely not going to save you. You'd be way better off grabbing some temporary retail or hospitality shifts. Building passive income is a long game. It takes a runway to get off the ground, so you really have to be prepared to nurture that growth over time. All right, moving on to step 2, the trade-off. So, if you don't have the capital to invest, how do you start? Well, you have to trade something else. You're basically swapping out financial capital for sweat equity. You are investing your time, your specific skills, or your creativity. You might be grinding for weeks or months before you see a single dime, but honestly, that initial burst of pure effort, that is the required price of admission when you're launching on a budget. To figure out your specific starting line, ask yourself these 3 foundational questions. First, realistically, what kind of time and effort can you actually commit to this upfront? Second, audit yourself. What are you already good at that other people find really helpful? And third, how can you automate sharing that? Like, if you're hyper-organized, you don't want to just be someone's personal assistant. That's active work. You want to package that skill so people can buy it while you sleep. Which brings us perfectly to step 3, low-cost launches. Selling digital files is a brilliant, super accessible starting point. Think educational worksheets, or maybe those incredibly satisfying Notion or Microsoft Excel templates. You literally build them once and throw them up on a marketplace like Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers. It requires virtually zero financial capital. Just remember, you've got to be a little patient with the search algorithms, and yeah, those host platforms are going to take a small cut of your sales as fees. Another fantastic low-cost entry is a print-on-demand shop. You can sell your own custom designs on t-shirts, hats, and mugs without ever touching a single cardboard box. You link up with a provider like Printful, Printify, or Gelato. When someone buys from your store, the provider prints and ships it directly to them. It's totally hands-off fulfillment. The catch? Well, it's a crowded space, so you really have to hustle on your own marketing and handle the customer service yourself. Next up, step 4, digital expansion. Once you're comfortable, this is where you start packaging your deeper expertise. We're talking writing an ebook and selling it globally via Kindle Direct Publishing, or maybe building out a full-blown online course on Thinkific or Teachable. You get immense creative control and can charge premium prices for your unique knowledge. But fair warning, the startup labor here is no joke. It takes some serious heavy prep time before you can ever hit that publish button. Now, if you decide to go the YouTube content creation route, this specific number is your biggest hurdle, 1,000. You need at least 1,000 subscribers plus specific viewing hour metrics just to join the YouTube Partner Program and start running ads. Making evergreen informational videos can absolutely generate continuous revenue for years, but getting to that monetization finish line, that takes immense patience and consistency. It's that upfront sweat equity we talked about earlier.
To round out our digital expansion phase, let's talk affiliate marketing and app development. If you run a blog, you can use SEO strategies to drive traffic to affiliate links. Or if you have developer skills, you can code a mobile app for the Apple App Store or Google Play. Both paths offer massive reach and high earning potential. Just keep in mind they aren't completely set it and forget it. Apps definitely need debugging, and blogs need fresh updates to maintain those SEO rankings.
And finally, step 5, future investments. This is the summit of the mountain. You take the cash flow you've generated from all those low-cost seeds and you plant it into traditional wealth-building machines. We're talking rental properties, mutual funds, buying stocks, or peer lending. These are incredibly lucrative, high-growth tools. But since you're dealing with property upkeep, market volatility, and way trickier tax requirements, this is typically the stage where you want to loop in a professional financial advisor. So, now that we've mapped out the entire journey from absolute zero to long-term wealth, the theory stops and the action starts. The absolute best thing about the low-cost launches we've discussed is that the only real barrier to entry is your own grit. So take a hard look at your skills and take a look at your calendar. What low-cost seed are you going to plant today so you can harvest tomorrow? Thanks for hanging out for this explainer.